Earlier this morning, Rockstar changed all of their social media accounts. Here is what they look like now. This is Twitter. You can see there's a black picture as their icon, and there's a black picture as the background. And then the same happened on their Instagram. Their icon is now just a black picture. And unfortunately, I've seen a lot of people sort of ask me, does this mean the next DLC is coming? Is this some sort of tease? No, that is not the case. Although I do think the reason for this blackout could actually affect the next DLC, and it's a very unfortunate situation if it is true, but that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So of course, I'm sure pretty much everywhere, no matter where you live, knows about the protests that are happening in America. And that is actually what this blackout, this social media blackout, is for. You can see there was an article from the BBC. There's Blackout Tuesday happening today, basically in the entertainment industry. So that's why you'll see a lot of other companies do this sort of social media blackout as a way to just sort of show that racism of any kind cannot be tolerated. That's a quote from the article. So if you have stumbled across Rockstar's social media accounts and you've noticed this and you were wondering, is this some sort of tease for the next update that should be coming out relatively soon? It isn't. It is simply for the protests. And that is sort of what ties into potentially the next update. For the last few months now, there have been a ton of leaks and rumors that are indicating this next update for GTA Online is a cops and crooks mode. And it is just very, very unfortunate timing if that is true. Because assuming that update would be released in June or maybe even July, it's simply not the right thing to do for Rockstar at the moment. You don't release a cops and crooks DLC in the middle of massive protests about police brutality. And especially if in this DLC there is some form of police brutality that's maybe glorified or some sort of crooked cop storyline, which odds are that would have been the case because it's a game and that's what Rockstar does. I mean, if you guys remember, a lot of the Cops and Crooks DLC concepts we had were that you were some sort of crooked cop. So it made sense because you're still a criminal in the game. So how could you all of a sudden be a cop? So that was what made sense in the game. But now what's happening in real life is kind of terrible. And while we all know Rockstar feed on controversy, this is just not the type of controversy you want to have. And the reason I put in the title that this update could be delayed is because a lot of these other gaming companies are delaying things. Activision, they just delayed Call of Duty's Season 4. I believe that was supposed to come out today or tomorrow. That is now delayed. The Sony PS5 event, which I actually talked about yesterday, that was supposed to happen Thursday, that is being delayed until I don't know when. So if you were expecting a GTA Online DLC to be added at all in June, especially if it's that Cops and Crooks DLC, that's not happening now. And I don't know, because at the rate these protests are going, who knows when it'll all end. So if that, if these protests go on for weeks, we might not see that DLC. I mean, that's just the way it works. Now, obviously, this all is nothing if Rockstar are like making a tuners DLC or something. If it's actually not a cops DLC, like I said, we've gotten a lot of leaks and hints from actual leakers and people who know things that it would be this sort of police DLC. So it's a very unfortunate time if that is the case. So I just wanted to make this video, again, to update you guys on what Rockstar was doing, especially if you don't live in America. Maybe, again, you weren't paying attention. The blackout isn't anything to do with the game. It has to do with the protesting. And, yeah, hopefully everything works out beautifully and we can enjoy this potential DLC, but I don't think we're going to have that for the foreseeable future. Anyway, thank you all for watching. That's do it for this video. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA Online content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.